Welcome to the end of unit assessment video. I am beyond excited. This is brand new for us this year. It's something we've worked very hard last year on trying to get out to start your math year off on the right foot. So I'm going to explain how these work. To find them, again, you're going to click on the elementary pacing guides, all grades. And you can see that at the bottom of each unit, especially the number units, we have not finished this for every unit, but we have tried our best to get every number unit. You can see there's still some that are not linked yet. Those will be worked on. Hopefully we're ahead of you. So we have everything done for grade 2, 3, 4, and 5, all number units, end of unit assessment. We have the first term for primary in grade 1. We just ran out of time, but our goal is to have these all up ahead of you. So that being said, these are great. You can look at them after you look at your pacing guide to see, okay, what's expected from the curriculum guide for this grade, this unit, by looking at the end of unit assessment. So I'm going to just kind of overview one of them as an example. They're all laid out the exact same. So let's do grade 2, unit 1. So if you click on that, everything starts out the same. The math tools and manipulatives that may be required for students to demonstrate their understanding. Again, these are recommendations. Obviously grade 2, we're hoping for hands-on, minds-on math. But it just gives you kind of those tools that you need before you get started. Definitely go through this before you give it to your students. So again, they're all laid out the same. All these tabs are your friends on the side. We have table specifications. That's just a quick kind of talk about each question. The assessments have been broken up into 2 parts. Conversation observation, part A, very important. You get so much from your students, talking to them, interviewing them. It could be on the fly, it could be a sit down, it could be in small group. But the way they're broken up is each question 1 covers NO1, a quick mathematical idea, and then the cognitive level of what that question or where that question's at. So for this one, it's knowledge. Again, you might argue for some of them, but this is what we came up as a math team. So that goes through for part A, conversation observations, as well as part B, the product. Please do not just jump to the product. We want to make sure that you really have those conversations with your class, your kids on the fly, in small groups, individual, one-on-one. Again, we put part A there on purpose. At the bottom of this, you'll see kind of the breakdown. Now you see we don't have any analysis questions for this. If we're looking at it, it's grade 2, unit 1. So really, it's kind of hard to give an analysis question, but we tried our best for each one of these end of unit assessments to balance our knowledge application analysis questions to align with the Nova Scotia curriculum. So let's look at part A, conversation. This is for you to just interview your students. It could be, again, wherever, what kind of setting. But here's the question, A, B, and C. And what we have here is an answer key and notes. So let's just look at this one. Ask students to skip count following these directions. Start at 16, count forward by 1, stop at 32. If you click on answer key and notes, this is your friend here where it says the answer, obviously. It's pretty straightforward for this question, but we tried to highlight the answers in blue. And then just the mathematical note, why, what we're expecting students to do, what the students should understand and be able to do. And then here, again, it's your professional judgment. You might have a list. Maybe this is a 1-pager. This might be for every student, but maybe it's for the whole class. Maybe Johnny, Billy, Emily, Logan are meeting, Melissa's approaching, and Stanley's not yet. So you could have a list of students. It's your professional judgment how you want to track that on the fly, but we have that for all the conversation questions as well as all the product questions. So I'm going to jump to the product. Oh, sorry, one more thing. Any conversation, if there's anything like we want them to read a number, we have printables there that you can have at your disposal. You can print them off, laminate them, just to have those for your interview. The second part is part B, the product. Again, we tried our best to balance these to cover most of the outcomes, as many of the main outcomes as we can. We tried to keep it to, I think, 8 questions for most of these. We don't want it to be a very daunting task. We wanted to cover it. This is just one piece of evidence. This is the final assessment or the end of unit assessment to help guide your instruction for the next number assessment. The mark should not be based on this. You should know where your kids are at by the time you're giving out this assessment. So here is, again, for grade 2, unit 1, extending number sense, numbers to 100. The directions are there. Students can do it individually, can cut it up, however you'd like. So yes, and again, here's the answer key for all the product. what's the mathematical note, and then again, however you'd like to keep your notes, that's there. One other thing I want to highlight, I know not every teacher's super techy, so I have a paper version and a digital version for assessment tracking. So I'm going to just go over the paper version first. So if you click on that, basically you can fill in your class here, so you can put all your students' names there. You obviously probably have to make a copy. And then you can use our code here for M for meeting, A for approaching, and N for not yet. So maybe as you're going through the interview, you have Billy's name here, and he is an A, an N, an M, an M. So you can fill it out to kind of, or highlight it, whatever you like to do, use colors. Again, this is just one assessment. Their marks should not be based on this, but it is there to kind of help you see trends. Maybe you're noticing that NO4, we have a lot of yellows in this, so maybe next time we hit this numbers unit, we're spending a lot more time in NO4. One other thing that I made, which I really enjoy digital, it's nice and clean, is this assessment tracking digital sheet. My goal is to maybe someday have the printable one. You can just take a picture and it will fill in the digital one, but I'm going to show you how this works. So for this, exact same one, so it's linked up to the assessment. I have it linked up to the pacing guide, and obviously these are every question within that conversation and product assessment. You can see here, it just kind of a quick synopsis of what that outcome's cover, what that question's covering. So let's just say I'm filling in my students, and you can just copy a list. Maybe you already have one made, but as you fill in these, you'll have all of your students in here. And again, it's the same meeting, approaching, not yet. So maybe Billy is approaching, meeting, not yet, approaching, meeting, not yet. As I'm going through the interview, and then here's the product, I'm going through, and I'm realizing that in my professional judgment, they're meeting, or they're approaching, or maybe they're not yet. So once that's filled up, you'll see that this will actually fill out down on the end of this spreadsheet that for an average, it calculated that I was approaching for this unit. That being said, this is one assessment. So it's just an algorithm that kind of tallies up all of these. There's numeric values assigned to each one. So it says calculate average for that was an approaching, but maybe after looking at all their products and games and performance-based tasks through the thing, that they're actually meeting at that. It's your professional judgment. The neat thing is this next steps tab. So you can see that I filled Billy and Melissa's name. If you click on this tab here, it automatically fills my name and the other students' names as I fill it in. So what this does is actually looks at your values here, and it calculates. Now you can see NO1's only it's covered a few times here and sometimes down here, so it does an average for all the NO1 questions, and it says for Billy, he's approaching. The neat thing is as you fill in your class meeting, approaching or not yet, this will start to fill in all the students' name and how they're doing for each question, and then it gives you a whole class kind of mark of how your class is doing with NO1, NO2, NO4, NO6. This is to help guide your next steps. So maybe, hey, we're all meeting, or as a class it's meeting. I see there's a lot of NO2s that are all green and only a few yellows. Well, that's my small group. My yellows and my red will be my small group for NO2. I don't have to spend a whole group with NO2. But maybe there's one that's all red. Maybe NO6 all red for most of mine, and my average is red for the class. I'm going to spend some time in NO6 next time I hit it, my numbers unit. So this digital version is just a way to kind of help tabulate that one assessment, to give you an understanding of where your class are at, where your students are at. And it's kind of neat. As this fills out, you'll start to see some trends, like some will be all green with a few yellows, and that helps guide you with your small group instruction, your individual tasks, our assessments, and your whole group instruction for the next time you hit this unit. So feel free, play around with this, make a copy. It's a great tool to help follow where your students are at and where your students are heading. So yeah, thanks for checking in on our end of unit assessment video.